Good morning, I'm Casey and today I'm taking you through a gentle hip and heart opening flow. So let's just get right into it. So we're going to start today at the top of our mat in Tadasana. So your feet together, grounding down through all four corners of your feet. Now the ball of your foot that's just a little bit below in between your big toe and your second toe, that is grounding down into the floor, which is then lifting your arches of your feet. You're going to energetically draw all the way up through your legs, slightly internally rotating your upper thighs and slightly tucking your tailbone. I'm going to lift up through the crown of your head, making sure your front ribs are slightly in, rolling your shoulders back and down your back. And taking a few deep breaths here. And your next inhale, reaching your arms up. And on your exhale, folding over to your right, sticking your hips out to the left, feeling that nice stretch down the left side of your body. Making sure your body is all in one line this way. Your next inhale coming up and exhale over to the left, sticking your hips out to the right. And inhale coming up, one more each side. Exhale to the right, hips to the left. Inhale coming up, one more time. Hips to the right, bending to the left. Inhale coming up and exhale, leading with your chest, swan dive, forward fold. Just taking a few breaths here. And your next inhale, half lift. And then stepping your right leg back into a low lunge. So keeping your tailbone tucked, making sure you're not completely compressing into that left hip flexor. So you're wanting to make sure your left glute is a little bit turned on. Just feeling that nice stretch down the front of your right thigh. And then stepping that back foot forward and doing the same on your left. So tucking your tailbone, making sure your right glute is switched on. Feeling that nice stretch down the front of your left thigh. And hands to the ground. Stepping that back foot forward. And inhale, slowly rolling up vertebrae into back into Tadasana. So we'll just slowly go through a classical sun salutation. So inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Stepping that right foot back. Grounding down into that left foot and coming up into your high lunge. Exhale, hands to ground, stepping back into high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog and lifting your hips. Exhale, coming back into your downward facing dog. Now bringing your right knee through to your chest and stepping it into the ground, grounding down into that right foot. Inhale, coming up into your high lunge. Exhale, hands to the ground and stepping that back foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up to standing. One more time on the left side. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping back with the left foot, grounding down into the front right foot and coming up into your high lunge. Exhale, hands to the ground, stepping back into your chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your hips. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Inhale, left knee to chest, stepping it in between your hands. Coming up. And exhale, hands to the ground, stepping that foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up to standing. Now I'm just going to go through vinyasa to get back into our down dog. So inhale up, Exhale, fold, fold. Inhale, half lift. Now it's jumping or stepping back into your high plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll just take a few breaths here. Really grounding down into those knuckles in your hands. Trying to push your heels into the ground. It doesn't matter if they never actually make the ground. And pressing your sternum through to your knees. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bringing it through in between your hands, grounding down into that front foot, coming up into your high lunge. Keeping that tailbone tucked. Now we're going to reach your arms up, taking that left hand, touching your back left thigh, or you can take it to the back knee. Inhale and exhale, bringing that right hand onto the inside of the right foot and taking your left hand up to the sky. Taking a few nice deep breaths here. You can always drop that back knee if you need to. Now dropping that left hand. Now we're going to open up, twist to the other side. Making sure you're not twisting into that knee to make that back knee or to make sure that it's supported, and also making sure your front knee is directly over your front ankle. Now we're going to twist onto our side and step back, coming into our Vashisthasana, side plank. And bringing that top knee into your chest, we're going to roll into our high plank and then step that right leg through and coming into our fallen triangle. Holding that here, and then the next exhale, coming down into a seated position. Taking your hands back and just pushing your chest through into a nice little reverse plank. You can even lift your hips if you'd like to. And coming down and rolling over back into your downward facing dog. Taking a breath or two here. And your next inhale, lift your left leg high into the air. Exhale, bring it down in between your hands, coming up into your high lunge or low lunge if you want to drop that back knee. Inhale, reaching up and twisting to grab the back of that right leg. And exhale, bringing that left hand down on the inside, reaching the right arm up into a nice open twist. Looking up to that top hand if you'd like to. Now bring the right hand down, opening up to the left. Now twisting onto the blade of your right foot and stepping this foot back into your Vashisthasana, side plank. Keeping your hips lifted, grounding down through the right hand, pushing it away from the ground. Now lifting that top knee, turning, stepping it through and coming into your fallen triangle. The wind's blowing my mat around a bit. I'm getting all caught up in my mat here. And exhale, coming down into a seated position, into your Dandasana, taking your hands back. Nice, opening up through the chest or even lifting the hips. And lowering your hips back down. Coming back, rolling over into your downward facing dog. I'll go through that sequence just a little bit quicker. Okay, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg through. Steps through, inhale, coming up into your high lunge. Inhale up, exhale, left hand comes back. Inhale, exhale, right hand down, left hand up. Exhale that left hand down. Inhale, right hand comes up. Stepping back into your Vashisthasana. Taking a breath here. And exhale that right hand down, knee to chest. Stepping that right hand through. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, coming down into your Dandasana. Inhale, chest to sky. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, arms up. Now exhale, forward fold into Paschimottanasana. And taking a breath here. Inhale, coming up, rolling back over into your downward facing dog. Now onto the left side. Inhale, left leg up into the air. Exhale, left knee to chest, stepping between your hands. Inhale, coming up into your high plank. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, reaching that right hand back. Exhale, left hand down, right hand up. Exhale, right hand down, twisting and left hand up. Coming into your side plank. Take a breath. Exhale, left hand down, knee to chest, stepping it through. Inhale, reaching the right hand up into fallen triangle. Exhale, coming down into your Dandasana. Inhale, chest to sky. Exhale, coming down into seated position. Inhale up and exhale, coming down into your forward fold. Making sure you're folding from the hips here, not folding from the lower back. So putting your chest through. And releasing. Coming back over. Onto your into your downward dog for one last little stretch. Right leg into the air, bringing your right knee through to your right wrist, your ankle through to your left wrist, flexing that right foot, coming down into our pigeon pose. Making sure you're not rolling onto your right hip here. You can put blocks or something there for you to make sure you're not rolling onto it. If you find you are, maybe bending your right knee in a bit more, close to your hips. As you can see, mine's not very open. The idea is to try and get it at a 90-degree angle. That's fine if you're not there. Inhaling and then exhale, coming down a little bit lower. You can use some blocks here if you feel you can't come down onto your elbows, just wherever feels comfortable for you. And coming up, stepping back into your downward facing dog, and left leg reaches into the air, your left knee through to left wrist, your left ankle through to your right wrist, coming into your pigeon on the left side. It may feel different on either side, that's completely fine. We're always more open on one side. Again, just making sure you're not rolling onto that left hip. Inhaling your chest up and exhale, coming down to where you feel comfortable. Inhale, coming back up. Tucking that back right toes. Coming up into your downward facing dog. Coming into your seated position. And either cross-legged or taking your feet together and your knees nice and wide into butterfly. Just pushing your knees down a little bit, making your butterfly wings fly. Doing that nice stretch on the inside of your hips here. And then slowly coming down into your final Shavasana. And you can stay here as long as you want. But if you need to get on with your day, just slowly rolling over onto one side. And have enjoyed the rest of your day. I hope you have a lovely day. Namaste.